It seems this week we have some Guardians of the Galaxy news, in which, this is looking pretty good. Let's get rambling. Hey Brandon, do you have any shirts that fit you? The answer is no. Yes, we have some Guardians of the Galaxy news this week, and that news is Ophelia Lovibond has been cast as... we don't know yet. We just don't know. They just released the news this week, and Marvel's keeping it pretty close to the chest. Speaking of Guardians, if y'all didn't know, I am one of the Guardians for Rooster Teeth's RTX this year, RTX 2013. You can go to that. You can go there. It's in Austin, Texas, and tickets are only $50 a pop. And it's a really fun event. I went to Rooster Teeth 2012, RTX 2012, not Rooster Teeth 2012. I went to RTX 2012 last year, had a blast, met some awesome YouTube stars, and saw some really awesome people like Elijah Wood. So, hey, go to the site. I put the link in the description below. While we're on the Marvel train, this week Thor's trailer came out. Thor 2: The Dark World. So we have a lot of dark this year. The Dark, Star Trek Into Darkness, Thor: The Dark World. But anyway, is it just me or does Loki look like Skrillex? Just a little bit. Avengers, prepare yourself, because I'm about to drop the bass. Meme. Marvel regained the rights to Daredevil, which, thank God, because it was just kind of lying there, those rights, never being used at all. And with the last film that they had with Ben Affleck, it needs to be given back to Marvel so they can reinvigorate the franchise. Because that last film didn't... I didn't think it was god-awful, because it could have been worse. But hey, hopefully soon we'll see a new Daredevil adaptation. That's good. A movie that I didn't think needed a sequel is getting a sequel. VHS. If you ever saw the film VHS, I shared the same pain that you do watching that film. I had high hopes for it because the trailer, like I said before, a long time ago, you can't base your entire premise off a trailer. It looked interesting, but it was... I'm usually very lenient with horror films, but this was complete shit. It was just awful. Some of the things were interesting. It was like a slew of short films thrown together with one plot with some guys robbing a house. It was very, 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 very just poorly put together. I'm surprised it's getting a sequel, but hey, second time's a charm. And also this week, Michael Bay gave his Happy Polylogies for Armageddon. Armageddon? That's the film he chooses to apologize for. Not the historically inaccurate Pearl Harbor, not Transformers 2, but the one film that I actually like of his, which don't get me wrong, there are films of his that I do like, but the one that I really liked, does he not realize that we disliked Transformers 2? We disliked, I disliked Pearl Harbor, I hated Pearl Harbor, but the Armageddon? I'll lead him to his apologies. And lastly, an announcement video this week showcased an upcoming film that I am so incredibly excited for. The Ratchet & Clank film. I've been a fan of Ratchet & Clank since I was, you know, yay high. I've only grown that high. It's the fact that it's getting a film adaptation, but not just a film adaptation, it's a completely CG film. It's like, I hold Ratchet & Clank like it's Insomniac Games, of developers of the game, and they're also on the film. They're also helping develop the film and the storyline and everything. And one of their senior writers is writing the script. Thank goodness. I am so happy that they're doing this, because Insomniac is like the Pixar of the video game world a little bit. The recent Ratchet & Clank games, Ratchet & Clank Future, they've looked just like a Pixar film. Just looked like Up, looked like Toy Story. It just brings that all those same variables together to make a great story, to make a great gameplay. And even though this is a film, it's not a game, but hopefully they can condense a good story, because I know they can. I know they can condense a good story together for this film, and it'll be great. It'll be great. I have nothing but good and high hopes for the Ratchet & Clank film. And with that, I'm going to ask you to hit the subscribe button so you can get videos and news like this every week for your entertainment. And also hit up the bonus video because I have way too much time on my hands and I like making these for you. And as many of you have probably noticed, I'm getting the same amount of views as, let's say, this season of Saturday Night Live. So naturally, I'm still on the air. But hey, I'm going to keep on keeping on. And hit up the Renegade Cinema website because we've got tons of articles for you to see and tons of good written material for you. And with that, I'm Brandon Gropey for Renegade Cinema.